Hello and welcome to Inca TV. I'm talking today with Ian Job of Gaist. Ian, thanks for talking to us. You just made a presentation on the opening day of the conference here in Birmingham. What were the main points of what you were telling the audience?
So a number of the earlier speakers, early presenters, and some of the ones that's coming after me are talking about software platforms for planning fibre rollout or exchanging data. So what my presentation was about is the data that can go into those platforms to make them better and improve the processes that they're delivering on. So it's data that's captured more efficiently, more effectively, and at scale compared to a manual physical site survey, sending a guy out to capture information. The traditional method would be for a guy to go out, or person to go out, record the data attributes they need or the environmental issues on a piece of paper traditionally, or more recently on an app. And then they would take a series of photographs that validate or reference that data that they've captured. So our proposal or our value proposition is that's the wrong way around. You capture the imagery first, capture 4K imagery of the full environment, and then extract the data from it. So the basic premise is that you capture imagery once, extract many times. So it negates the need for return visits if you've missed something, or you want to check something out, or there's an extra attribute that wants to be recorded. Then you don't need to send a person out again. You can just look at the imagery again and take the information that you need. It's been particularly powerful during the last 18 months during COVID, because people have been able to carry on working and using, doing virtual walkthroughs and the like, using the imagery without the need for visiting site and maintaining social distancing and the like. So that was the basis of my kind of presentation. We're not a platform provider. We're not a software provider. We're a provider of data that goes into those tools and systems.
Yeah, tell us a bit more about the company, because I know you've been doing a lot of work in the UK over the last couple of years, but also you're even growing internationally now.
That's right, yeah. So we're a UK-based company based out of Skipton in North Yorkshire. We brought this innovative technology to the market about 5 or 6 years ago and have grown significantly since then. So the main part of the business is with highway authorities for them to assess budgets and how to spend the money that they've got on highway maintenance. So we've picked up about 20% of the UK market. That's both by authority and network coverage. We have ambitions to survey the whole of the UK in the coming years. And we've also been successful as a bit of a UK success story in exporting the technology overseas. So we've recently won some projects in Japan, France, Mexico, and we've got one of our vehicles in Australia as we speak, doing surveys down under.
For people who don't know about the company, just tell us actually physically what you do. How do you gather the data? I think that's really of interest.
So there are some technologies out there that's using mobile phones to capture imagery and processing the data. But the imagery from a mobile phone is limited. It's just in the dash cam in front here. The field of view is limited, and it can be poor quality. So we have vehicles that's specially designed, specially equipped vehicles that capture 4K 360-degree imagery of entire highway networks, GPS technology that records where they are, wheel click technology that captures the speed. So yeah, we capture high definition imagery, and then through various processes of artificial intelligence, machine learning, and human inspection, depending on the requirement, we extract that data from the imagery. We can capture more information than can be captured as a physical survey. For example, we can take dimensions from an image. Click at the top and click at the bottom of a pole. And then particularly for the FTTH market, use of PIA, we can capture more data attribution on poles than can be captured from a physical survey. For example, we're able to count wires and measure the length of wires. So from pole to pole and pole to property, we can count the number of wires and the length of the span for each pole, for each drop wire connection. That enables customers to know whether there's enough capacity on the pole to put new infrastructure on, or if they're replacing, then to build up more accurate bills of quantities. Rather than a guess of the length, we can tell you to within 2 decimal places how long that span is. And if you're doing trenching, so we cover every square metre of footway of a rollout. So, you know the costs, the condition, the materials of every square. There's no guesses, no surprises. It's volume data captured cost effectively, probably about 70% cheaper than a physical survey, so you get more for less.
Well, I'm sure everybody's delighted to hear that. Listen, thanks very much for talking to us. It's been fascinating. So I guess there's data and then there's Gaist data.
Absolutely. Thank you, Brian.